Under the bed. Under the bed is a scary urban legend about a family who go on holiday and check into a cheap hotel, only to find a scary surprise. A family went on vacation together and checked into a suite at a cheap old hotel. They booked 2 double rooms, one for the husband and wife, and one for their children, a boy and a girl. When they got to the room, they both detected a bad odor. The husband called down to the front desk and asked to speak to the manager. He explained that the room smelled very bad and they would like another suite. The manager apologized and told the man that they were all booked because of a convention, but he said he was going to send a maid up to their room to clean and try to get rid of the odor. After lunch, the family went back into their rooms. When the kids walked back into the room, they could still both smell the smell that was there before. Again, their father called the front desk and told the manager that the room still smelled really bad. The manager told the man that there was nothing he could do. So the kids had to spend the night in the room regardless. The girl and the boy held their noses, trying not to breathe in the stink. Eventually, they got to sleep, and in the morning, their parents were knocking at their door to wake them up. When they opened the door, their father smelled the stink and decided he had to get to the bottom of what was causing this horrible smell. So he started searching the entire room for the source of the bad odor. He sniffed the towels, took down the curtains, and checked the carpet. The kids helped out too, checking the bedcloths and the mattress. As he pulled the top mattress off the bed, the young boy saw that there was a big hole in the box spring base beneath them. He looked down into the base of the bed and came face to face with the horrible sight. There, lying curled up inside the base, was a dead body of a woman. The boy realized that he had slept all night just a few inches away from a rotting corpse. Are you guys ready for another one? Smiley Face. The Smiley Face is a creepy urban legend from Europe about a man who does terrible things to girls who walk home alone at night. This story is also known as the Smile of the Clown. One night, a teenage girl went to a nightclub with her friends. They had a great time, drinking and dancing, and it was 3 a.m. by the time they left. Her friends lived in the city, but the girl lived in the suburbs. They said goodbye and went back to their apartment, leaving the girl to make her own way home. Unable to get a taxi, the teenage girl decided to walk home on her own. On the way, she had to cross through a park. It was very dark, and all she could hear was clacking of her heels echoing in the night. She thought she saw something moving in the bushes, so she quickened the pace. Suddenly, a man appeared from behind a bush and blocked her path. His face was hideous. It looked terribly scarred and misshapen. She tried to run, but he cornered her and grabbed hold of her arms. The frightened girl pleaded for her life and tearfully asked to be let go. The man's deformed mouth twisted into a leering grin. "Do you want it or Smiley Face?" he asked. "Please, just let me go," she cried. "Dit or Smiley Face?" he insisted. The girl didn't know what he meant. "Smiley Face," she replied. Without a word, he pulled out his knife and sliced the corners of the girl's mouth up to her ears. Her face was left completely deformed. She was scarred for life. Whenever people saw her in public, they said she resembled a smiley face. Are you guys getting scared, or would you like another one? The next one is called The Stair. The Stair is a creepy story about a girl who takes the subway one night. A girl was sitting on the subway late one night, and she noticed that the woman sitting across from her was staring intently at her. The woman was sitting between 2 old men. The girl kept looking away, but the woman wouldn't break eye contact with her. The stare was beginning to freak the girl out. At the next stop, a new passenger got on. It was a tall man in a grey trench coat. He sat down next to the girl. The woman paid no attention to the man in the trench coat. She just kept staring at the girl, who was getting more and more creeped out as time went on. The two old men didn't even glance in her direction. She pretended not to notice, but each time she glanced at the strange woman, the stare continued. When the train was pulling into the next stop, the man in the trench coat got up to leave. Suddenly he grabbed the girl's arm tightly, and as the doors opened, he dragged her off the train. The subway doors shut, and the train pulled off, leaving the girl alone on the platform with the man in the trench coat. She started screaming for help. "Calm down," said the man. "I just saved your life. I didn't mean to scare you, but I had to get you off that train. That woman sitting opposite you was dead, and the two men beside her were propping her up." And there's some scary thing. So remember, guys, you have always got to be careful when traveling, whether you're by yourself or with someone else.